Hello guys, in this video we're going to see about damn vulnerable DeFi challenge, right? So this is challenge number 10, free rider. So the goal, what is the goal is like we have 6 NFT and the goal is to transfer all the 6 to the buyer, and if this 6 NFT has been transferred to the buyer, we will get the 45 ether as a reward, right? And initially we are provided with just 0.5 ether, but each NFT cost us 15 ether. So let's walk through the contracts and find some knobs or contest. So maybe in next video we'll discuss about how to crack this challenge. Okay, all right, let's move on to the video. So I have taken the code from the damn vulnerable to the VS Code. So this is the code editor which I use. Yeah, let's dive into the code. So we have few import statements. We are importing most from the OpenZip links as well as Uniswap. Okay, I will explain to you what is the purpose of Uniswap here, right? And also we are importing the damn vulnerability token NFT. All right. So we are inheriting the free riders. It has two contracts. One is the free rider NFT marketplace as well as the free rider recovery. So what we are going to do is we are going to transfer all the 6 NFTs to this free rider recovery, right? So that's going to be the goal for this challenge, and we're going to initialize the token as well as the offer count. And we have one mapping which maps the token ID to the price, and we have some events to be emitted when some function is being executed. Then we have a bunch of error statements which should be reverted whenever certain condition takes place, right? And we have the constructor. Here we are initializing the damn vulnerable NFT, as well as we are mentioning how many NFT that should be minted. It's going to be 0 to 5 token ID, and initially it's going to be minted to the message.sender, who is nothing but the deployer who deploys this contract, right? So that's what we're going to do there. And we have 4 main functions. One is the offer mini, offer one, and then buy mini, buy one. So these are the 4 main contracts. Let's go through one by one. So we have the offer mini, which takes 2 parameters, dynamic arrays of token ID as well as the price, and we are getting the length of the token ID using the dot length method, and we're going to check if it is 0, then we are going to revert this error. Okay, and we are also going to check whether the length of this token ID is same as the price. Okay, and we are going to iterate through this dynamic array, and we're going to call the offer one function by passing each element from this dynamic array. So that's what we are doing in few request statement, as well as we are going to call the offer one function from this function, offer many function, right? Hope so it's clear. And inside the offer one function, it takes 2 elements which we are passing from here, and we're going to initialize the local variable. Like instead of using the state variables which cost us a lot of gas fee, whenever you modify or change, whenever you access the state variable, it's going to consume a lot of gases. So for gas optimization, we're going to initialize the local variable, right? So it's a good move. Then we're going to check whether the price is 0. So if the price is 0, then we are going to revert it, right? So here we're checking for the length, and here we're checking for the value, right? And we're checking whether this function is called by the owner of the token ID, right? Because the owner has to offer, right? Then we're going to check whether this contract has approved for this token ID. And if everything works, we're going to use the mapping in order to store the token ID with the price, which we have defined right here at the beginning. All right, I think that's clear. Then here this is nothing but the assembly UL program. So what we are doing is we are going to take the values from the second slot and we are going to add one to it, right? So what is in the second slot? It's going to be token offer count, right? So we're going to take this, load it into the memory, and we're going to add one to it, and we're going to store it right there. So we can just use using the solidity, but this is for gas optimization. We will go for the assembly programs, and we're going to emit the event. So that's all about these two functions. Then we have by many functions. This takes only one parameter, which is going to be dynamic array of token ID, and we're going to iterate it, and we're going to pass each element to the by one. Inside the by one, we're going to take the price of the token ID from the mapping. Okay, we're going to check whether the price is 0. If it is 0, then we're going to revert an error, and we're going to make sure like whatever price we are passing should be greater than the price of the NFT. In this case, the price of the NFT is going to be 15. So we're making sure like the ether that is being passed to this function should be greater than 15, and we're going to reduce. There we were using the assembly. Here we are going to use the solidity. We're going to reduce the value of offer count, and here comes the vulnerability. Okay, so what we are doing is we're going to transfer the NFT from the owner to the message.sender who is calling this function, and we are going to pass the ID of the token, NFT ID, and then we are going to transfer the 15 ether to the owner, and we're going to emit it. So the problem here is we are modifying the owner. Once after modifying it, we are going to transfer the ether. For example, let's consider you and me. If you are the owner and you are transferring your NFT to me, alright, and now after executing this line of code, I'm going to the owner, right? So if this line executes, you're going to transfer the 15 ether to my account. So whenever it iterates once again, this condition is being broken, right? Because it's going to be 15. Because the owner is me, and this contract is transferring the 15 ether to me. So that's the vulnerability. But the one condition is like we have only 0.5 ether, right? So we're going to use the Uniswap router in order to get the flash loan with the use of the flash swap functionality. We're going to take the ether as from the flash loan, and we're going to call this function by many by passing 15 ether, and we're going to buy all the 6 NFTs, and this 6 NFT is then passed to this contract, which checks for whether this condition is being done or not. So if it becomes 6, which is 0 to 5, 6 count, then it's going to transfer the 45 ether to us. So that's how we're going to solve this challenge in next video. So stay tuned. See you on the next video. Bye bye.